right. Hello everybody and welcome to Ecommerce Tech Summit 2021, organized by the amazing team at Geekle. And thank you for having me. My name is Filippo Conforti. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Commerce Layer. And today I'm going to show you how you can add e-commerce to any content, to any experience using Commerce Layer flexible API. For those who don't know, Commerce Layer is a composable commerce API for developers that is made of more than 400 endpoints that go from inventory, prices, customers, checkout, which is the API that we will be using today, and then orders, payments, fulfillment. It lets you connect with your shipping carriers to fulfill your orders, and also returns, taxes, promotions, subscriptions, and very soon a marketplace API. So it's a pretty comprehensive API that lets you build any integration both on the front end of your stack and the back end of your stack. So to build any sales channel, either a website, mobile app, IoT device, or back-end integration with ERPs, CRMs, and other back-end systems. It will be a very practical session today. Specifically, we will use the command line to place an order with Commerce Layer. We will be using also the CLI that is provided by Commerce Layer, so the command line interface that developers can use to interact with our API without any dependency on programming languages or the systems that you want to use or integrate. The CLI lets you integrate and connect to all Commerce Layer resources and webhooks, and it is extensible, meaning that you can also build your own plugins to adapt and to adjust and to optimize the CLI for your daily workflow. So why the command line? The point is that if you can do it, if you can place an order from your command line, you can do it from anywhere. It's a fairly unique approach that is made possible by Commerce Layer. And today, again, we want to show you how you can make anything shoppable anywhere. And so the command line is one of the best ways to let you understand this approach. So we will, as I said, it's a practical session. It will be a practical session today. So we will open the command line and then we will start doing running some commands and following a step-by-step tutorial. I have already created an account with Commerce Layer and I've installed the CLI on my terminal, and then I have also added the credentials of my application on the terminal and seeded my organization with test data. These are all the steps that you need to, if you want to follow the tutorial and if you want to do it yourself, maybe offline. You will need again to npm install the CLI, log in with the credentials that you get from our platform, and then to seed your organization with test data. The step-by-step tutorial will be a checkout tutorial. So we will start by creating a shopping cart. We will add the customer to that shopping cart. Then we will add the billing address and the shipping address. We will select a shipping method among the shipping methods available for the market that we will be working on. We will select a payment method, adding a payment source using Stripe, and placing the order still with Stripe, and so authorizing the payment with Stripe. This is the typical workflow that you follow when you are letting your customer check out an order, and so again we will do it step by step today. So let me switch to the command line. I have created an organization, a test organization, which is called demo. I want to show you that I have added two applications to my command line. One is an integration application with role admin, and another one is a sales channel application with role, with a marketing scope. We will see what that means very shortly, but for now, keep in mind that every time you have to interact with commerce layer with some admin for to do some admin and so some, let's say, backend interactions, you will need an admin application, an integration application. When it comes to selling something, you will need a sales channel application. So now I'm logged with my admin application, and I want to show you some data that has been populated through the seeder. So the seeder is essentially it's a plugin, it's a CLI plugin that is used to seed the organization with test data. With this command, I can list the markets that the seeder has populated, and I'm including the merchant price list and the inventory model for each market. So as you can see, there are a couple of markets, actually 3 markets that are connected to different merchants and price lists. So for example, we have a Euro market which is connected to a Euro price list. We also have an inventory model specific for that market, and we will see what the inventory model is and how it works. We also have a US market which is connected to USD currency, and for example, the tax included are not included in this price list, because in the United States you typically want to calculate sales taxes and add the sales taxes to your price. Instead, in Europe, when you have VAT and you are selling B2C, the tax are typically included in your prices. So these are the markets. We will work today on the US market, so this is the market number that we will use. And then I also want to show you that the seeder has created a list of SKUs, and we will look for some SKUs that contain the name Black Man T-shirt. It's a basic search, to filter the list of SKUs that have been created, and I'm including the stock items and prices. So there are some SKUs, and let's take one. Apart from some basic information like the name, the description, which is content that shouldn't be used on the front end. It is more from a administrative function. You typically want to integrate your CMS, your headless CMS, maybe to build a rich content experience for your products. And commerce layer would focus on the transactional part. So, for example, the prices, we have 3 price lists in this case, and so the same SKU has 3 different prices on 3 different price lists, and it has different availability on 2 different stock locations. So now let me switch application, because we are going to place an order. So I need a channel application which is already connected to a market, which is the US market. So now I will create an order, and that order will be automatically connected to the market that I have in scope. Technically, it's a scope that you get when you request your access token. And so I created an order. In commerce layer, a shopping cart is a draft order. You can see the status here, which is draft. And so right now I just have an empty order, which is used to manage a shopping cart. I also copied the order ID because it will be used for the other commands. So starting from the line item, adding something to the shopping bag means creating a line item for that order, using referenced by ID. So I'm adding an SKU with quantity to this order. So I'm creating a line item for that order. And as you can see, the price, which is a US dollar price, has been automatically calculated. The price list is the price that, is the price is connected to the market that I have in scope. And so I have my line item on my shopping cart. And now let's add a customer to this shopping cart. One way to do that, I could create a customer and connecting its ID, but I can also use the customer email attribute for that order to create and connect a customer with Commerce Layer. So I'm updating the order with the ID that I have copied before. I'm using the customer email attribute, and so I will in the response I want to include my customer and to only get the ID, status, and customer fields of the order. This is to filter the number of fields that is returned by the response. I'm running the command, and as you can see here, a customer has been created. In Commerce Layer, an email is already a customer. So even if this customer has never made a purchase on Commerce Layer, we consider it a customer because you can work with a customer. As you can see from the status, there is it has gone from a draft, which is an empty cart, to pending. This status is used to track those orders, those shopping carts, let's say, that can be used to from marketing reasons. So whenever a cart has some line items and a customer, that order becomes pending. And so that it can be considered abandoned in case the customer doesn't place the order. It is an order that can be used to, for example, to send an email to the customer and invite the customer to complete the order and complete the checkout. Now I want to create a billing address. So the first thing that I will do, I'm creating an address in Commerce Layer, sending some basic information, and I'm copying the address ID that I have created, and I'm updating the order, setting this address as the billing address. So I'm updating the order and assigning the billing address relationship as the address that I have just created. So yeah, as you can see here, my order with the billing address that has been populated with the data that of the address that I've just created. Now I want to assign the shipping address to the order, and I'm using a different mechanism. Since this order already has a billing address connected, I'm using what we call the trigger attributes, so some special attributes that let you make some specific actions on a resource. In this case, the shipping address, same as billing, trigger attribute will copy the billing address to the order and will build the shipping address with the very same data. So running this command, now I have a shipping address with the same data. Now that we have a customer, some line item, a billing address, and shipping address, we want to choose a shipping method for my order. In Commerce Layer, an order can create one or more shipments depending on the stock, of the availability of the stock. So, for example, if you place an order with two items that belong to two different stock locations within that market, that order would be split into two shipments, and you will need to select a shipping method and assign a shipping method to each of the shipments. This is what happens on Amazon, for example. When you place an order that comes from two or more different vendors, you will get the order would get split into many shipments, and you will need to select a shipping method for each shipment. There are many inventory strategies that you can define for your market. Split shipment is one of those. Another one which is very popular is the ship from primary, which means that in the same scenario, so you have 2 stock locations in your market, and you create an order with items that belong to both stock locations. If your strategy is ship from primary, Commerce Layer will create 1 shipment from the primary stock location and 1 stock transfer from the secondary stock location to the primary one. When the stock transfer will be complete, the stock will be merged into the shipment, and the shipment will be ready to be delivered to the customer. In this case, I have only 1 shipment because the item, the SKU that I'm shopping is available from the primary stock location. So Commerce Layer has created only 1 shipment, and that shipment has only 1 available shipping method. So we want to assign the shipping method to the shipment. I'm copying the shipment ID because we will work at the shipment level now. And so with this command, I'm updating the shipment identified by that ID, and I will assign, the only shipping method available. So yeah, I have my shipment with the shipping method assigned. And now I need to select a payment method instead. The payment method can be selected at the order level, not the shipment level. First, I want to retrieve the available payment method so that my customer can choose, one of the available payment methods. So again, in this case, to keep things simple, we have created only 1 payment method, so the customer would select this payment method, which is a Stripe payment. So they would select credit card, and they will proceed with adding a payment source. So okay, first I need to select, so the customer will select this payment method identified by this ID here. And so I'm updating the order, assigning the payment method that is available for this order. So, okay, my order has a payment method assigned. And then what I want to do is to create a Stripe payment for this payment method. I'm creating a Stripe payment, which is a Commerce Layer resource that is mapped to the Stripe payment intents. I create a payment here, and I get 2 responses that come from Stripe. One is the client secret, another one is the publishable key. The publishable key has been configured in the Stripe gateway by the seeder, and the client secret is a secret that is valid only for this session, and that I can use from the client side to initiate the tokenization of the card, essentially. So using the Stripe.js, I can use this information to, let's say, using Stripe elements to let the customer insert the credit card and tokenize the credit card with Stripe. Since we are on the command line here, I can't, and I don't want, actually, I could, but I don't want to open a browser. Instead, I want to use the Stripe CLI and do it from the command line. I have already installed Stripe CLI. What I can do here now is to, I'm listing Stripe payment intents, actually the last one, which has been created by Commerce Layer. So I have this payment intent, I get the payment intent ID, and then still using the CLI, I can confirm this payment intent using one of the test payment methods provided by Stripe. PM card, MasterCard is a test credit card that Stripe provides for testing purpose. So again, with this command here, I'm confirming the payment method on Stripe through the CLI, which is exactly the same that happens when you are doing it from from the client side using Stripe.js if you are building a website. So now let me retrieve my order and let's see if we have what's the payment status and what's the payment source details are. You can see that the payment status is authorized, and we also get some payment source details that have been provided by Stripe. When you connect Stripe to your account in Commerce Layer also create a webhook in Stripe, in your Stripe account, and listens to the events that Stripe sent to your, to Commerce Layer, to your organization. In this case, we have authorized the payment, and we also got the data that we can store on our database, like the last 4 digits, the brand, the MasterCard brand for your payment method. So all the information that you again can store and you typically use to show the payment source that has been used to place an order. In practice, now the payment is authorized, but these 2 steps will typically happen very quickly. So you place the order by sending the trigger attribute place to true to Commerce Layer. Since the payment has been authorized, now you can see that the order has been placed, so the status of the order is placed. The payment status is authorized and the fulfillment status is unfulfilled. So yeah, it's done. We have placed an order from the command line using a bunch of command line commands. And yeah, let's do something more. So I want also to approve my order by sending another trigger attribute. I'm approving the order. Oh, sorry, I need to switch to the admin application because the sales channel can't approve the order. So now I do it. So I'm approving the order, and the order now is approved, still authorized. So the payment has been authorized but not yet captured. Let's do that with a capture command. Yeah, I'm capturing the payment on Stripe, and now my order is approved, paid, and the shipments are in progress. We can also see the transactions, like I'm retrieving the order identified by this ID and including the transactions. Transactions. Okay, so as you can see, there are 2 transactions, one authorization that happened at place time, and then a capture of that authorization on Stripe. So yeah, this is it. And so to recap, we have created a shopping cart, which is a draft order in Commerce Layer. We have added a customer, which is a guest customer in this example. We have added a billing address to the order. We have using that billing address as the shipping address. For sure, we could have created a completely different shipping address. We have selected a shipping method and selected the shipping method for the shipment that Commerce Layer has created. We had selected the payment method Stripe and added the payment source, a Stripe payment, a payment intent, and then we have placed an order with using the CLI. Then we have switched to the admin application, and we have started fulfilling the order by approving it and capturing the payment. So what's next? There is much more. I'm writing an ebook that is following exactly the same approach, using the command line and doing a lot of stuff, that is that starts from creating a product, configuring a market, placing an order, which is what we have done today. And then there are other actions that you can do on commerce layer resources, like reusing the customer info. So a customer, you can log in a customer, you can create a customer account, choosing a password, saving the customer addresses, saving the customer payment method, and placing an order as a registered customer to make the checkout even faster. Then fulfilling the order, we have already started doing that, approving the order, capturing the payment, and then also connecting the shipping carrier, getting the shipping rates, printing the shipping label, attaching the shipping label to the order, and so going, and picking, packing, and shipping all the shipments that belong to your order. Then I will also show how you can return an order with Commerce Layer. We provide a returns API that customers can use to initiate a return, and the business owners, the customer service can use to approve a return, and decide whether the stock can be restocked, or if the order can be refunded in full or partially refunded. And then I will also show how you can expand your product offering by selling digital products, by selling subscriptions, gift cards, bundles, personalized products, and so on. And then, last but not least, scaling internationally. In this tutorial, we have seen how you can place an order in a single market, in the US market, but we have already seen that in the first two parts, essentially we have shortcut the first two parts, part 1 and part 2, that have been done with one command, seeding the environment. And we have seen that we have created 3 markets. Expanding and scaling internationally in Commerce Layer just means creating a new market and configuring that market with a specific price list, inventory model, specific payment gateway, specific shipping methods, and so on. For sure, currencies, promotions, and business logic. So in the part 8 of this ebook, I will show from the command line how you can create new markets and configure new markets, also supporting local payment methods, and so on. So yeah, if you it's still in progress, but if you want to grab your free copy, please feel free to reach out to me, send me an email at filippo@commercelayer.io, and I will be happy to share a preview of the ebook and get your feedback. So that's it. Thank you again for your attention. I will be available in the Q&A room to answer any questions that you may have. And so thanks again, and see you there. Cheers.